Hello everybody and welcome back to Odin's movie blog. I am the critic who is Cynic. Hope you're doing well. And today we're talking about Rian Johnson, who obviously just needs to go away because this guy, I love how he loves to call other people man babies. He loves to call other people immature. He likes to act like he's the adult in the room. And yet this is the man who posts this picture right here. Cats the Musical, listening to Cats the Musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber. And he said, "Suck it, haters. Suck it. I like the musical Cats." And some people are kind of confused, saying, I don't really know what this is about. Kind of confused, what does this even mean? Why is this even a thing? Well, for those that don't know, the release schedule this year, Cats the Musical is actually going up directly against Star Wars Episode 9. I'm not kidding you. There is not only going to be a Cats the Musical, the movie, but there's also going to be a movie coming out in competition to Star Wars Episode 9. Now, the reason why I think this is interesting, the reason why I think this is compelling is because how many people are actually going to go see Cats the Musical on this opening weekend? I know there's a lot of people out there that say they're going to buy tickets to it. A lot of Phantom Menacers who say, you know what, I'm going to actually just go see Cats the Musical. I'm going to go in a giant cat shirt. I'm going to go in like, a rainbow cat shirt and be like, I am so excited for Cats the Musical. Wait, you're here for Star Wars. Why would you come to Star Wars when you can see Cats the Musical? Why wouldn't you do this? I know a lot of people are going to feel that way, but it is interesting to me because it's obviously him trying to jab out those people who have been saying these things, and he's obviously aware of it going on. So for those that don't know, he is trying to say that, well, you know what, at the end of the day, I like Cats the Musical. There's nothing wrong. You can like Cats the Musical and also still like Star Wars. This is coming from the guy that's just said recently, oh yeah, JJ, if he wants to retcon my story, that's totally fine. I mean, I retconned his story, and his story was a retcon of the original trilogy anyway, so it's a retcon of a retconception, as I mentioned in a previous video. But it is interesting to me that he is going out of his way. He is going out of his way to get attention. And I think the best comment here is by @Vexer4000 or DRail86, who says, looks like someone needs attention, because that's exactly what he wants. He wants attention because he knows that if he doesn't have the attention, that he has no reason to continue to talk and no reason to continue to make Star Wars films, which he claims to be doing. And he very well could be making. I mean, in his own mind, he could be like, oh, I have all these stories in my head, and, I'm going to make my own stories, and it's going to be Star Wars, and everyone's going to love it. It's like, no, dude, no one's going to see your movie. Like, just to be honest here, Rian Johnson, if you make another Star Wars film, if they somehow allow you, if that somehow is allowed to go forward, man, I'm telling you this right now, the movie is going to bomb. And it's going to be only because of the fact that there is a giant contingent of people that just don't like you, that just think that you are a asshat, that just think that you just aren't a very good person, because you go out of your way to call people who are critical of your film, man babies, people living in their mama's basements, and, all these other names, or you associate yourselves with people who say those things, if not worse, and then at the same time, you try and say, oh, I don't have a problem with people who are critical of my film, but then the people who are critical of your film, you call out still in this way. It's just interesting how there's this doublespeak going on where you're like saying, oh, no, I have no problem if you're critical of my film, but there's definitely a giant contingency of people out there who don't like my film who also happen to be sexist and racist. Well, there's also a lot of people out there who love films like Captain Marvel who also happen to be sexist and racist too. Does that mean there's a correlation between the two? Not really. You wouldn't say that, but for this, obviously, you're like, oh, well, no, it's obviously, there's a connection to be made here because they don't like strong female characters. No, absolutely not. That's why we love movies like Alita Battle Angel. That's why we love movies like Alien and Aliens with Ripley. It's the reason why we love Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman and countless others. That's why I talk about, this is now the third time on this channel, fourth time technically if you count the review, where I've talked about the movie Peppermint with Jennifer Garner. No one saw it. Most people didn't like it, especially critics, and I was like, it was okay. It was a fun, revenge flick going on. Obviously you could say that she's a Mary Sue, but you know what? At least her becoming a badass makes a lot more sense than Rey's becoming a badass, because Rey does not have any story, does not have any origins, does not have any description, and even by you, oh yeah, her parents were nobodies. I don't mind if he retcons that. Well, he kind of has to, because if he doesn't retcon that, if he allows that to still be the narrative and does not explain how she is so powerful in the Force with no training whatsoever, then guess what? That's going to be a giant plot hole that's going to be remembered for all of time. Not to mention all the other problems with your film, especially the hyperspace ram, which doesn't make any sense, not just from a logistics standpoint, but also too from a story perspective when you look at the entirety of the Star Wars universe. The entirety of the Star Wars canon, both those in the Legends and both those in the actual canon itself. Doesn't make any sense. But anyway, you don't care about that, obviously, because you're like, oh no, go ahead and retcon it. No, go ahead and retcon it. It's gonna be totally fine, and it's gonna be better. It's gonna be great. Yeah, sure. But again, this is the person coming out trying to say, oh, go see Cats the Musical. Suck it, haters. Suck it. And this is the adult. This is the man that's supposed to not be a man baby. This is the one that's supposed to be, again, the principal. This is the one that's supposed to be the source of all knowledge, the source of all adulthood. I'm the person that, everyone should try to be like because I am an adult. No, you're not. you went out of your way to put suck it haters to people who have been joking about this because it's freaking hilarious. I remember when we found this out, we were doing a live stream. I forgot whose channel it was on, but we were doing a live stream. I think it was on John Talks, and we talked about how we were just looking through the schedule, and I'm like, guys, you have no idea. Cats the Musical's coming out, and we made it a huge joke, and it was a huge thing, and it still is. It's hilarious. It's hilarious to me that there's indeed Universal Studios is going to be releasing a film the same weekend, because what that means to me is that they obviously don't expect to make a crap ton of money, but they obviously at the same time aren't scared. You know, back in the day, you know, before The Last Jedi, people would have been scared to go up against this that weekend because they knew that the market would be so saturated. But Cats the Musical realizes, well, not only are we reaching out to a very specific demographic with this musical, but also there are a lot of people that aren't going to be seeing The Last Jedi, or rather aren't going to be seeing Episode 9, The Last Jedi Part 2, some might say. But instead, maybe we'll give them something else. We got, giant star power here. We've got Taylor Swift. Ooh, Taylor Swift. Remember how she, swung that election in her state? Oh, wait, she didn't. We have Jennifer Hudson, James Corden. I like James Corden. And Ian McKellen, Sir Ian McKellen, who is actually a boss. I actually really like Ian McKellen here. And also Tom Hooper. Tom Hooper's won an Oscar. For those that don't know, Tom Hooper was the same person that did the Les Mis live-action film, the actual musical where the people were singing on screen, which I thought was a really great concept. Unfortunately, just was not as good as some of his other films. For example, The King's Speech, which won an Oscar, because The King's Speech was a great film. Not to say that the Oscars have any credibility anymore, but still, it was a good film nonetheless. But that is indeed the film that is coming out in competition. So, I don't know about you guys, but I know that my money's likely going towards Cats. Whether I see Episode 9 or not, it's going to depend on the night. It's going to depend on the theaters. But something tells me that Episode 9 is not going to be nearly as big as they think it might be. You go ahead and look to Endgame. Endgame's been building up for years and years now. And so many people were so excited to see it that they broke the internet just to buy tickets. Episode 9 is going to have some strong pre-sales because there's a lot of people that are indeed going to be excited for it. And I think we'll be able to kind of test the waters a little bit next weekend, or this coming Friday, technically, when we go to Star Wars Celebration, because I kind of want to interview some people and say, hey, what are y'all's thoughts? Non-Phantom Menacers, what are y'all's thoughts? Did you like The Last Jedi? Did you like Rian Johnson? What are your thoughts on all this stuff? Do you know anything about what's going on? Have honest discussions with them. Maybe try and say, hey, have you ever thought about these things? Do you understand the problems that exist here? We'd love to hear their thoughts on it, too. But also, too, if I'm able to get to the point saying, all right, so when it comes out on, December 20th, which one are you going to go see? Cats the Musical or Star Wars? Because I would love to hear their response to that, too. And I'm not going to lie. I'm very, very tempted to buy, like, a ridiculous Cats t-shirt, go to a theater, and go see Cats the Musical, or at least buy a ticket to Cats the Musical instead of Star Wars Episode 9. But guys, what are y'all's thoughts about this? Again, Cats the Musical! Again, got some pretty big star power in here, so it's going to make some money, especially with the, the people who are very much against the current state and the current direction of Star Wars under the, tutelage of Kathleen Kennedy, and also, of course, what Rian Johnson did. But then you also have Star Wars Episode 9, J.J. Abrams, Chris Terrio. Because Chris Terrio is known for doing awesome strips all the time, right? And then, of course, you've got Daisy Ridley, who doesn't like guns. Adam Driver, who's just a badass. Adam Driver, keep being you, Adam Driver. You're awesome. Seriously. He served in the military, had to, was forced to step down because of various things. Hey, sorry, my hound is also very upset. John Boyega, I don't care. We don't care, Boyega. And then, of course, Oscar Isaac, who says, oh, yeah, Finn, who knows what happened? Finn and Poe? Could happen. Yeah, Poe might be pansexual. Who knows? So you have just a great group of people here, a great group of guys and gals here who are not hated or are not, disliked by anybody, right? Right? And then, of course, you've got the king of them all, the king of the awful people, Rian Johnson himself. Sack it, haters. Well, I'm glad that you like Cats the Musical, because it's because of your film that there are a lot more people than ever before that are actually going to go see that movie, or at least give that movie money when it comes out because of your movie. Just think about it for a second. Suck it, haters, suck it. Oh, I'm being so funny. It's not going to be funny when Cats the Musical ends up making a decent amount of money. It's not going to break records or anything. It's not going to beat I'm not saying it's going to beat Star Wars or anything like that. That's not going to happen. But if the numbers come out and you see a giant contingency show up for Cats, if Cats the Musical makes like over 10 million that weekend, I think that says a lot. I think that would speak volumes. Because this is the weekend that should be dominated by Star Wars. But because of you, Ryan, and thank you again for this, that might actually happen. So guys, what are y'all's thoughts about this? Do you like Cats the Musical? I hate it. Again, there's one song I know from it. Everything else from it just looks awful. Just looks like a terrible. I'm a dog person. And I've got my hounds behind me because, you know, cats are fine. Cats are cute, but dogs are better. So, you know, are you going to see Cats the musical? Or are you going to see episode 9? Or are you going to kind of do what the Odin does, where it's like, oh, well, you know, Cats the musical might get my money, but who knows? Allegedly. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts on all this down in the comments below. Also, guys, if you like this video, smash the like button. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a subscribe. It really helped me out a lot. And also, again, if you would like to get 2 free audiobooks, including even the Star Wars EU novels, including Timothy Zahn's, Thrawn Trilogy, or at least the first 2 books of the Thrawn Trilogy, or the Thrawn Duology, whatever it is that you might want, go ahead and click on the link in the description of this video, where you can get, with a free trial, free 2 free audiobooks. Again, all you need to do is do the trial. Obviously, you might want to cancel it before the trial ends. Otherwise, you will get charged for the first month. But also, Audible is overall a pretty good deal for what you get. Again, you get a credit every single month, which means you basically get cheap audiobooks compared to everything else. I know that there's a lot of people out there that would rather just get them for free and other means. But you know what? This way, you can get 2 free Audible books that you can keep forever, even after you cancel. You have access to these audiobooks forever, and can do essentially whatever it is you want with them. But also, if you like Amazon Prime and you think you might try it out, maybe you don't have it, go ahead and click on the link. There's also a Prime trial as well. Again, a 30-day Prime trial. If you click on that, obviously it helps out the channel, helps me out a lot, but it does not cost you anything extra. And all it does is help me out, and also you get some great content on top of that as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and as always, God bless.